Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to CPA Stars of the Future 2020. This is the 8th time that we've held this event, but actually, as you're probably aware, it's the first time we've done it online. So welcome to everybody. Thank you all for coming along and joining us this afternoon. We are running this event live from Heart of England Conference Centre, where we would have held the event had we been able to do so. This means that you have got access to the chat facility, as you probably noticed, and we are recording the event. So please remember, anything that you put on chat will be included in the recording. Because this year's event, we think, is bigger and better than ever. We've had over 70 very strong entries for all of the categories. We have some new categories, which we'll speak about later on, and also we've extended the judging process as well to add authority and merit to the awards themselves. My name is Kevin Minton. I'm Chief Executive of Construction Plant Hire Association, and we're very proud to host CPA Stars of the Future. The running order for today. We'll start the running order with the traditional awards for plant mechanics and plant technicians. Plant mechanics at level 2 and plant technicians at level 3. We have a range of regional awards done in consultation with colleges, the employer nominated award, and then we'll move on to the first of the national awards, which are the National Plant Mechanic and the National Plant Technician of the Year. Following that, we move on to Lifting Technician of the Year, which is a new category that we introduced for the first time last year, and also Plant Operative, which we introduced for the first time last year. Completing all of the apprentice awards is a new category for this year, Fire Control of the Year. And as you're probably aware, we have apprenticeships either in place or in the final stages of development for all of these career options. We then move on to the final two special awards, which are the CPA Award for the Best Personal Statement and the Judges Special Award. Of course, no event like this could take place without sponsors, and we're very pleased to have a strong body of organisations supporting us here. Our headline sponsor this year is Sunbelt Rentals, and our other sponsors are Lynch, ACOP Group, Flannery Plant Hire, Lead Hair, Snap-on, NOCN Group, and ourselves, CPA. We're very grateful to all sponsors. So here's a word from our headline sponsor.
We at Sunbelt have been involved with Stars of the Future since 2013, which is 8 years now. I personally believe that Stars of the Future is a fantastic opportunity to showcase the apprentices, the trainees and the young talent that we've got coming through in the industry. It's vitally important that we still continue to engage with apprenticeships and traineeships through this difficult period of coronavirus. It's essential that we can keep up the momentum and we just keep ploughing forward. You know, if we miss this opportunity this year, then we really are looking at putting ourselves behind in future years. So if we've got an apprenticeship standard that's lasting 3 years in duration, then theoretically by missing this year, we're actually going to be putting ourselves in a position of, a skill shortage in the next 3 years. We at Sunbelt have been fortunate enough in the past few years to have won many awards within Stars of the Future. However, I personally believe this is an opportunity for everybody within the industry, and it gives me great pleasure to see young people coming through this process and actually going away with awards.
Thanks very much. Another very important group of people who contributed to this year's event on the external judging panel. Aaron Willis, Ed Hudson, Kirsty Archibald Layman, Paul Whitehead, John Morgan Jones, and Tim Brownbridge have all brought with them a vast wealth of experience, expertise, and authority, which was very important when it came to making the difficult decisions to select between the many high-quality candidates that we have. So here's what our judges have to say.
When I was asked to be a judge, I was quite honoured. I see Stars of the Future as a real sort of premier event, particularly for the plant side of the industry.
Being asked to judge the Stars of the Future award is an incredible honour. It's somewhat humbling to help shape the future of our industry and be involved with such passionate young people who are looking for our input and that we can help develop in the long term.
Events such as Stars are important because they provide recognition to individuals for their efforts. And it's really important to offer encouragement at an early stage in someone's career, as it's certainly not easy starting a new path, whether you've come straight from education or previously worked in a different sector. And I think that hard work and enthusiasm should always be rewarded.
When I was asked to be on the judging panel, I was very excited. I think it's a very important thing for the industry to recognise the talent that's coming through.
The entries, in my opinion, they were all really strong entries, and it made the judges' role quite difficult.
The standard of the entries was pretty much as I expected. Top tier individuals, all of which enthusiastically put forward by their employers. I really enjoyed reading about people's journeys and how they'd found themselves in the construction sector. And I could see from the outset that it was going to be a close race and some difficult decisions had to be made.
I was absolutely blown away to know that there are so many candidates out there that really want to push the boundaries in the industry.
It was actually a pleasure to have such a problem to decide on the winners of each category. It's a great testament to the effort that the candidates have put in and the calibre of young people that really are out there in industry and in training today.
You've all been nominated because you've impressed your employers. And regardless of whether you win an award today, you're here because of your hard work and your potential.
I'm really pleased to see that the future of the industry is in such good hands.
It gives us great hope that the future is very bright for the industry as a whole, and we're looking forward to developing these young people into being the leaders of the future.
We have young people looking for opportunities and careers. We have people who are perhaps moving from one industry to another and retraining to come into construction.
They've got so much enthusiasm, and you need to reward the dedication and the hard work to ensure that for many years to come, there are other young people joining the industry. And I've no doubt in my mind, everyone that was nominated is going to reach the top of their game.
I'd like to thank everybody that's been involved to this point. All the colleges, the tutors, the mentors, the companies that supported these young people to this point. Without you and without the efforts of these people, the nominees and the candidates, we would not have the future we're looking for. Thank you very much for everything you've done. We look forward to a bright future.
Well, thank you again to all of the judges. We will still be starting the awards presentation itself, beginning with plant mechanic awards from the colleges. But before we do that, let's just have a look at what the plant mechanics and plant technicians will be winning. Here's a photograph from last year, and you'll see that the regional award winners win a snap-on student toolkit that you can see on the right of the screen there. And the national award winners, both at level 2 and level 3, win the snap-on tool chests, roll carts, which are all kits come completely equipped with a wide range of tools, which we hope that the winners will be able to use throughout their working life.
We are very excited to be sponsoring the Plant Mechanic and Plant Technician of the Year Awards and joint sponsor of the Plant Operator of the Year Award. We have many young stars on the team, so it's great to be able to put forward several outstanding performers. I think Stars of the Future is a superb initiative. It gives young people an opportunity to be ambitious and believe in themselves, which will in turn influence many other young people to strive for success. I think events like this are vital for the future success of our industry. It helps young people see the construction industry as an attractive workplace where they can realise their full potential. The only limit is how far they want to go. It can be a daunting task joining such a fast-paced industry, which is why we are on hand to support our apprentices through mentoring via our lead operators on site who reward and recognise our apprentices. Congratulations to all the winners and nominees of CPA Stars of the Future.
And here's a message from
Snap-on supply the toolkits for the Plant Mechanics and Technicians Awards ceremony. It's been a great event for us in previous years, and we hope to do it again for the foreseeable future. I think these type of events are very important for the industry. I think incentivising and motivating younger people at this stage means that they are more likely to stay within the industry for future, and this in turn only makes the sector a lot stronger. I think it is crucial to award, incentivise and recognise apprentices at an early stage, and motivating them now I think will mean that they will go on to greater and better things, which in turn makes the industry far stronger.
Thanks, Mel, and thanks to you. I'm now going to hand over to my colleague Rob Squires, who will be taking us through the awards themselves. So we'll just take that from there.
Good afternoon, everyone, and we'll start off this year's event by announcing the formal awards, starting with the regional Plant Mechanic Awards for the colleges, starting with Aston Bryan College. And the finalists are Brandon Wellham of BJW Cranes, Josh Buckley of Chippendale Plant Hire and Sales, Jamie Orton of Nixon Plant. And the winner of the Aston Bryan College Plant Mechanic of the Year is Brandon Wellham of BJW Cranes. Well done. Moving on to the finalists for Bridgend College in this category. And the finalists are Lewis Tucker of GOS Tools and Engineering Services, Adam Rees, Machinery Movements and Crane Hire, and Jack Chubb of Phoenix Plant. And before I announce the winner of this category, I'd like to announce a highly commended award to Jack Chubb of Phoenix Plant. Well done. And the winner of the Bridgend College Plant Mechanic of the Year is Adam Rees of Machinery Movements and Crane Hire. Moving on to Myerscough College now, and the finalists are Liam Womack of Ainscough Crane Hire, Tom Seeley, Brandon Fire Station, and Connor Cruel of Griffiths Fire Shop. And the winner of the Myerscough College Plant Mechanic of the Year is Connor Cruel of Griffiths Fire Shops. Well done. We move on to NSCG Stafford College now, and the finalists are Rachel Wildgoose of BCS Group, Max Newton of Briggs Equipment, James Benton of PSR Genie, and Angus McDonald of Briggs Equipment. And the winner of the NSCG Stafford College Plant Mechanic of the Year is James Benton of PSR Genie. Well done. Moving on now to the National Construction College East, and the finalists are Corey Robinson, Watson and Hillhouse, Darren Gray, Arsleff Brown Engineering, and Jack Barker of Selwood Plant Hire. Before I announce the winner of this category, I'd like to award a highly commended to Corey Robinson of Watson and Hillhouse. Well done. And the winner of the National Construction College East Plant Mechanic of the Year is Jack Barker of Selwood Plant Hire. Well done. Moving on now to the National Construction College Scotland. And the finalists are Scott Lawrenson, ENN Plant, and Jack Clark of Scott JCB. And the winner of the National Construction College Scotland Plant Mechanic of the Year is Scott Lawrenson of ENN Plant. On now to Reseed College, and the finalists are Joe Ball, AP Webb Plant Hire, Joshua Ford, Sunbelt Rentals, Kurt Bardi, Sunbelt Rentals, Alicia Giles, Gap Group, Liam Arnold, Flea Hill Plant. And before I award the winner, I'd like to award a highly commended to Joshua Ford of Sunbelt Rentals. Well done. And the winner of the Reese Heath Plant Mechanic of the Year is Alicia Giles of Gap Group. We move on now to Wiltshire College. And the finalists are Archie Rawlings of Clyde Barford Limited, CBL, Lee Addes of Neil Addes Plant Services, Harry Cook of Balfour Beatty, and Billy Mitchell of ALC. Before I announce the winner of that category, I'd like to award a highly commended to Harry Cook of Balfour Beatty. Well done. And the winner of the Wiltshire College Plant Mechanic of the Year is Billy Mitchell of ALC. Well done. We now move on to the Employer-nominated Plant Mechanic of the Year for 2020. And the winner of the Employer-nominated Plant Mechanic is Charlie Pablos of L. Lynch Plant. Well done. Moving back to the college awards for the Plant Technician of the Year now at level 3. Starting off with Askham Bryan College, and the finalists are Scott Kinter, Jay Murphy and Sons, Leah Poole, Lifters, and Joe Adcock of Cementation Scanston. Before I award the winner and announce the winner, I'd like to award a highly commended to Joe Adcock of Cementation Scanston. Well done. And the winner of the Askham Bryan College Plant Technician of the Year is Leah Poole of Lifters. Well done. Moving on now to Bridgend College, and with only one nomination this year, and obviously the winner, Ryan Powles of Fitzgerald Plant Services. Well done. Also, the same applies to Glasgow Kelvin College, with only one nomination for this category, Ross McLeod of Marubeni Komatsu as the winner. Well done. We move on now to Myerscough College, and the finalists are Jamie Alcott, Plantor High Centres, Matthew Gregory, William Hare, and Paul Talent of Riley. And the winner of the Myerscough College Plant Technician of the Year is Matthew Gregory of William Hare. Well done. Moving on now to NSCG Stafford College, and the finalists are Reese Nigel John of Marubeni Komatsu, Stephen Matthews of Aggregate Industries, and Neil Forrester of Ready Power Rail Services. And the winner of the NSCG Stafford College Plant Technician of the Year is Reese Nigel John of Marubeni Komatsu. Well done. Moving on now to the finalists from the National Construction College East. We start with Tyler Pearson of Birkin, Jack Linley of Balfour Beatty Plant and Fleet Services, and Stephen Geehan of Keller Ground Engineering. Before I announce the winner of this category, I'd like to award a highly commended to Stephen Geehan of Keller Ground Engineering. Well done. And the winner of the National Construction College East Plant Technician of the Year is Jack Linley of Balfour Beatty Plant and Fleet Services. Well done. We move on now to the National Construction College Scotland, and their finalists are Elliot McKenzie of Gap Group, Lorne Sinclair, PMG Services, Christopher Pedrick of Muirhead Plant. And the winner of the National Construction College Scotland Plant Technician of the Year is Lorne Sinclair, PMG Services. Well done. We move on now to Reese College, and their finalists for the Plant Technician of the Year are Sam Jones of Bridgeway Rentals and Brandon Parker of KCM UK. And the winner of the Reese College Plant Technician of the Year is Sam Jones, Bridgeway Rentals. Well done. Moving on now to Wiltshire College, and the finalists are Ben Evedon of Clyde Barford Limited, CDA, and Reese Bridgman of Clyde Barford Limited, CDA. And the winner of the Wiltshire College Plant Technician of the Year is Reese Bridgman of Clyde Barford Limited, CDA. Well done. We move now to the employer-nominated Plant Technician Award. And the finalists are Mitchell Tutor of L. Lynch Plant Hire, Joshua Smith of Clee Hill Plant, and Elliot Mackenzie of Gatwick. And the winner of the employer-nominated Plant Technician of the Year is Mitchell Tutor of L. Lynch Plant Hire. Well done. We now move to the national awards. We start with the National Plant Mechanic of the Year for 2020. But before I do that, I'll remind everyone of the wonderful prizes that Snap-on provide for these national winners. As you can see pictured there on the screen, the roll cart prize for each of the national winners at Plant Mechanic and Plant Technician level. And the shortlist for National Plant Mechanic of the Year 2020 are Brandon Wellham, Aston Bryan College, BJW Cranes, Adam Rees, Bridgend College, Machinery Movements and Crane Hire, Connor Crawl, Myerscough College, Griffiths Eyeshop, James Benton, NSCG Stafford College, QSR Judy, Jack Barker, National Construction College East, Selwood Plant Hire, Scott Lawrenson, National Construction College Scotland, EMN Plant, Alicia Giles, Lucy College, Gap Group, and Billy Mitchell of Wiltshire College, ALC. And before I announce the winner of this category, I'd like to award a highly commended to Alicia Giles of Gap Group. Alicia, the judges were of the opinion that Alicia is definitely a person for future development, and we're very impressed by her exemplary comments made by both her employer and training provider. They also recognise her tremendous drive to acquire both knowledge and skills, coupled with an ambition to go on to higher education in engineering subjects. And the National Plant Mechanic of the Year winner is Adam Rees of Machinery Movements and Crane Hire. In deciding the winner for this category, the judges were very impressed in the way that Adam had undertook additional training and certification for lifting operations responsibilities. And despite a personal injury, the judges were praiseworthy of his determination in continue his studies and complete the qualification. The judges summed Adam up as a very determined individual who has the drive to succeed and flourish within the industry. And we're extremely pleased to award him with the Plant Mechanic Star of the Future for 2020.
Hiya everybody, I'm Adam and I have been nominated for Stars of the Future and would like to say thank you for the opportunity and being nominated. Whilst growing up with a family owning a construction-based business, I'd always had a passion of building and construction, but always had a specific passion on the machines used in the construction of these buildings. So this is where the inspiration had come from to get into the plant industry, to be able to understand how they work and how to repair them. Some of my strengths would be in the electronic aspect of the plant world, from previously completing an NVQ level 3 in electrical engineering to boost my knowledge and understanding of the electronics behind today's amazing machinery. I can see my future and machinery movement being very bright, as there are many opportunities for me. These include being taught how to operate the cranes and IABs. I will also be given the opportunity to go out on site and have the knowledge to work out what cranes would be suitable and where it is safe to be set up. Another skill I have been taught and would like to continue being taught is on how to run the office part of the business, including taking jobs on and being able to price them up. Finally, I'd just like to say thank you to you all again for this amazing opportunity and being nominated for Stars of the Future. Thank you for listening.
We now move on to the National Award for the Plant Technician of the Year 2020. And the shortlisted finalists are Leah Poole of Aston Bryan College, Lifters, Matthew Gregory, Myerscough College, Women's Rees Nigel John, NSCG Stafford College, Marubeni Komatsu, Jack Linley, National Construction College East, Alpha Beta Plant and Fleet Services, Lorne Sinclair, National Construction College Scotland, PMG Services, Sam Jones, Rees College, Ridgeway Rentals, Reese Bridgman, Wiltshire College, Clive Barford Limited, CDA, and Mitchell Tutor National Construction College East, L. Lynch Panpar. Before I announce the winner of this category, I'd like to award a highly commended to Mitchell Tutor of L. Lynch Panpar. Another difficult category where the judging was very tight, but the judges were very praiseworthy of the attributes and commitment of Mitchell, and that he has experienced a very varied and demanded apprenticeship, for which he has come through with shining accolades from both his employer and his college. The judges summarised that Mitchell is a real asset to his employer with notable all-round skill set, and they were pleased to recognise this with a highly commended award. Well done. And the winner of the National Plant Technician of the Year 2020 is Reese Nigel John of Marubeni Komatsu. Well done. The judges stated that it was very clear that Reese has a stunning future ahead of him, demonstrating a passion and a pride in his work, coupled with the attitude and demeanour to take on future leadership roles within the industry. They summarise that Reese is very worthy of the Winners' Award, having a star quality to go far in this industry, and had no hesitation in recognising this with the Plant Technician Star of the Future Award for 2020.
Hi, I'm Reese and I'm a field service engineer apprentice at Marubeni Komatsu, working out of the Cardiff depot. Since I can remember, I have loved mechanics, fixing motorbikes, quads and diggers with my uncle. These days I get paid to do so, which is great. In my spare time I am always working on some project, whether it be bikes, cars, and I am currently restoring a Land Rover Defender 90. Before starting with Komatsu, I completed my MVQ level 2 in heavy goods vehicles, but my passion was to work on plant machinery, so I chose to branch off and start the construction plant MVQ apprenticeship. Although this meant another 3-year apprenticeship plus a proving year, I knew it was the right decision and my hard work has paid off. I have been fast-tracked within the Marubeni Komatsu program and have been working in field service independently now for almost a year whilst completing the final year in college. Looking to the future, I could see myself in the field service technician role, which would allow me to troubleshoot and teach others, and I will be working on this by mentoring Jack, a new apprentice, as he starts his journey this September. I am honoured to be nominated for Star of the Future. I love my job, fixing machines, the learning, the teamwork, even in the wind and the rain, and to win Star of the Future would be a truly massive achievement for me. Thank you for your consideration. Here are some photos of my apprenticeship for you.
We now move on to the Lifting Technician of the Year for 2020. But before I move on to announcing the winners, a word from our sponsor.
Liebherr is delighted to be sponsoring the Lifting Technician of the Year award. For the first time we did it last year, and we didn't realise how much of an impact it would have within our sector. Supporting anybody developing as a long-term career within the lifting industry is a challenge. It's a hard industry, there's a lot going on, it's a 24-hour-a-day job, and anybody that is willing to put the effort in, we are happy to support. Thank you.
And before I announce the winner of the Lifting Technician of the Year, I'd like to announce a highly commended award to Samuel Slocum of Wolfgang. The judges noted Samuel's drive, ambition and clear potential to become an excellent lifting technician, which has also been endorsed by both his trainer and employer. They were further impressed in his keen interest in physics, which led him into the lifting role, and that he wanted to understand the science of lifting, which they noted is which is very important to lifting operation. Well, and the winner of the Lifting Technician of the Year 2020 is Luke Reddish of Wolfcraft. In deciding the winner for this category, the judges were very impressed by Luke's excellent leadership, academic skills, and that he thought carefully about what he was tasked to do, recognising that his role is key to the productivity of any side he's on. Luke clearly wants to be the best lifting technician he can be, strongly endorsed as a natural leader, as well as an accomplished operator. And in summary, the judges have no hesitation in awarding Luke the Lifting Technician of the Year title for 2020. Well done.
Firstly, I would like to thank Jonathan Parker for the nomination of the CPA Stars of the Future Award. I would secondly like to thank Wolfcran Limited for taking a chance on me as an apprentice. My ambitions in life was to become a physical education teacher, and how wrong I was. After completing 3 years at university, I then decided this career choice was not for me after all. After looking around at alternative career choices, I got a phone call from a friend saying Wolfcran was taking on apprentices and I should attend an interview. And to this day, it was the best decision I would ever make. When people ask me who my inspirations are, I say the people that I have met and the people that I have had pleasure meeting whilst working as an apprentice at Wolfcran, as most of them have had a long and successful career within the construction industry. So where I would like to be in the future? Well, hopefully I would like to be climbing up the ladder at Wolfcran, and hopefully I would like to work myself up to maybe a training manager, an operations manager, or maybe even higher. You never know. The sky's the limit.
We now move on to the Plant Operative of the Year for 2020. But before I move on to the announcement of the winner, I'd like to hear from our sponsor.
So ICOP are sponsoring or joint sponsors for the Plant Operative category specifically. And I'm very much looking forward to welcoming one of you to our quarry site in South West Wales to sit a CPCS course with us. We have a wide selection of categories for you to choose from. I hope that in some small way we can assist with your professional development.
And the shortlisted nominees for the Plant Operative of the Year are Chloe Rackley of L. Lynch Plant Hire, Danielle Taylor, Flannery Plant Hire, David Campbell, Knight Group, Fraser Blair, Nicole Appin, Jack Nisi, Flannery Plant Hire, Kieran Andrew, Flannery Plant Hire, Lee Kerr, L. Lynch Plant Hire, Michael Phillips, Flannery Plant Hire, Richard Longdon, CR Civil Engineering, Samantha Whitehead, Flannery Plant Hire, and Sengen Carr, L. Lynch Plant Hire. Before I announce the winner, I'd like to announce a highly commended award for Chloe Rackley of L. Lynch Plant Hire. This was the hardest category for the judges to decide upon a winner, and they were evenly split between two outstanding nominees before they decided on an eventual winner. The judges were particularly keen to recognise Chloe's achievements and dedication, noting her great determination to succeed and to leave her mark on the industry. They summarised that Chloe has great skills, is a real credit to her employer, and felt that she will rise far in the future and is a thoroughly deserving candidate for this highly commended award. Well done. And the Plant Operative of the Year 2020 winner is Danielle Taylor of Flannery Plant Hire. The judges were very much in admiration of Danielle's journey to becoming a plant operator, coming from a finance background to the construction industry. The judges were highly impressed that Danielle showed a real commitment and passion for the job, actively helping out on promotional events and recruiting new blood into the industry. The judges summarised that Danielle is a great role model for the industry and has clearly found her true path, and is a very worthy winner of this category. Well done. We now move to one of the new categories for this year's awards, which is High Controller of the Year for 2020. But before we announce the winners, we will have a word from our sponsor.
At Flannery Plant Hire, we're really passionate about apprentices, and we have been lucky enough to have some nominations in the Stars of the Future awards over the last few years. Patrick Flannery, our managing director, gave this keynote speech last year at the awards and was really proud to do that. And this year we're delighted to be sponsoring the new award category of hire controllers. So we think these awards are really important for our industry. It gives us a great opportunity to recognise the hard work and dedication of our apprentices and trainees. It's also a really good opportunity to celebrate what they've achieved and how far they've come. We would like to say to everyone who's involved, congratulations on your nominations, on your shortlists, and of course, congratulations to the winners. I think we'd like to say that anybody who's been nominated should be really proud. It's a great reflection that your employees or your peer group have recognised your hard work, and that you should be really proud and carry on doing the great work that you're doing on site.
And the nominees for the Hire Controller of the Year 2020 are Ben Sharp, L. Lynch Empire, Beth Inman, Sunbelt Rentals, Dominic Ellis, Banner Plant, Hugh Jones, Sunbelt Rentals, Iveta Tomaszewska, Flannery Plant Hire, Jonathan Oxby, Travis Perkins, and Kyle Williams, Sunbelt Rentals. Before I announce the winner of this category, I'd like to award a highly commended to Ben Sharp of L. Lynch Plant Hire. The judges awarded Ben a highly commended award, being very impressed with his enthusiastic thirst for knowledge and information from his peers, as well as his incredible ambition, considering his age and the short length of time he's been in the industry. The judges felt that Ben showed the enthusiasm and drive to be a productive member of his team, and had no hesitation in recognising that he was a worthy winner of a highly commended award. Well done. And the winner of the Hire Controller of the Year 2020 is Iveta Tomaszewska of Flannery Plant Hire. The judges were unanimous in awarding Iveta the Hire Controller Star of the Future Award. They thought she was a confident, bright individual with excellent communication skills, and showed she clearly loved to learn, displaying great enthusiasm for the job, continually wanting to learn about the machines she was hiring out, and has a genuine passion for the industry. The judges summarised that Iveta has a positive attitude that every workplace wants, and will be a very bright star in the future. She's a very deserved winner and a credit to the industry and her employer, and she will take away an iPad as her prize. Well done.
Hi, my name is Iveta. I'm 24 years of age and I'm from Ireland, but currently living in London the last 5 years. I'm working with Flannery's and studying in Askham College to be a hire controller. So I previously worked on site and I was studying to be a health and safety officer, and I realised I love construction, love the environment, the people, but I wanted to move into an office role. So plant hire was perfect for me. I'm just so thankful to Flannery's and everybody that's helped me through my journey. Do you know, from the moment I started with next to like nothing, my knowledge. At the start I didn't know if a digger and excavator actually meant the same thing. I know most excavators, I know most spec sheets. Obviously they seen the potential in me and offered me this chance for the course. So for somebody to believe in you, it is so nice. And for anybody that thinks like there is barriers or stereotypes, you know, this is a man's work, it's construction, it's not. Because I'm a woman in construction and I'm proud to say that everybody is treated equally here. In 10 years time, I would love to see myself to be in a manager's role. That would be my dream come true.
Congratulations to all of you. You are all stars of the future in my eyes. I really am very excited for all of you. Being the chair of the Hire Controller one and the first year for this category, I would like to give a huge congratulations to Iveta. She reminds me of me when I first started, and I have got no doubt in my mind she is going to have a blossoming career and she's going to be great for the industry, so well done.
We move on now to another new award for this year's event, which is the CPA Award for the Best Personal Statement. But before I announce the winner, I'd like to award two highly commended this year because of the nature of the judging and the tightness between all of the candidates in this category. It felt appropriate to give two highly commended now. So the first award of highly commended goes to Lee Kerr of L Lynch Panpine. Well done. And the second highly commended award goes to Corey Robinson of Watson and Hill House. Well done to both of you. And the winner of the CPA Award for the Best Personal Statement 2020 is Sengen Carr of L Lynch Panpan. This award is being given to a nominee who has produced the most inspiring personal statement, and one where the winner has reflected on their apprenticeship journey and what it means to them, their employer and their family. With many excellent entries, the CPA selection panel had some difficulty in selecting the winner of this category. But Sengen impressed the panel with his clearly conveyed account of his occupation, industry and employer, which was delivered in a natural, humble and engaging way. A truly well-deserved award. Well done, Sengen.
I'm at the Hemel depot today. I'm stood next to a 30-ton Bell truck. Before getting the opportunity with careers in plants, I had two jobs. I was working at Watford initially. That was infrequent. It meant that I had to get another job as a delivery driver, helping people move houses basically. I had my first son on the way, so there was a burning desire within me to just be in a secure industry. Not only am I able to drive this and learn on site while seeing other people work and being in the presence of people who have been doing it for much longer than I have, I get the opportunity to also progress. And I think that in itself gives me like joy. It makes the day. You get up in the morning, regardless of how early it is, and you just get on and want to get to work, get the day done, get the work done, and go home safe. That's it. Just you're learning every day. And in this job, it's a great opportunity to get educated and learn every day in a meaningful course.
And we move on to our final award category of this event, which is the Judges Special Award for 2020. But before I announce the winner, we hear a word from our sponsor.
NOCN have been involved in apprenticeships for many years. Obviously, with the new Trailblazer apprenticeships, we're heavily involved in the endpoint assessment. We are an endpoint assessment organisation. Yeah, the value of the Stars of the Future is absolutely fantastic value. It gives an awareness. It encourages a little bit of friendly competition between apprentices to achieve better things. The plant sector is a really exciting place to be in the future. All the new innovations for the construction sector, particularly the plant sector, are all encouraging, and the involvement of apprentices in that and bringing apprentices on through those channels is paramount for our industry to succeed. NOCN wish all the apprentices, nominees, winners, all the best of luck for the future, and we look forward to working with you and maybe meeting you on other apprenticeship endpoint assessments in the future as your career progresses.
And the winner of the Judges Special Award 2020 is Scott Lawrenson of EMN Plant. In deciding a worthy winner to the special award, the judges wanted to reward an apprentice who showed not only a commitment to their trade, but someone who gives something back to their industry and to society in general. And in Scott, they found someone who could be recognised for his commitments. What marked Scott out to the judges was not only his real commitment to formal training by flying from his Scottish Island home to Glasgow on a regular basis, which required weeks away from home to undertake his college studies, but also his real sense of community and history. by acting as a retained firefighter for his local community. The judges felt that Scott showed excellent commitment to his community, coupled with excellent ambition and dedication, and the judges unanimously agreed in awarding Scott their Special Award for 2020. Well done. And Scott will take away Snap-on equipment as his prize. Well done. And that concludes the awards for this year's event. And all that remains is for me to pass on my congratulations to all of the nominees and the winners. We will arrange to send out the certificates, awards, and prizes to you. If you are a winner or highly commended, please contact me by email at rob.squires@cpa.uk.net or by phone on 07976 984 141. And my final comment now is just to pass you back to Kevin for the closing comments of the event. Thank you.
Thanks, Rob. So we're nearly at the end of the events now. Sorry we couldn't be with you in person. We normally have a great event here at Heart of England Conference Centre, and we really do look forward to welcoming you all into the conference room next year. But the fact that we weren't able to give out prizes individually, the fact that we weren't able to shake your hands, the fact that we weren't able to have photographs taken, that doesn't diminish in any way from your achievements. And we really do congratulate all of the winners for their hard work and commitment, and also all of the other finalists and the participants. And especially to the people who have sent in their personal statements, some of which you saw in the programme up to this point. And it really made a strong impression on the judges. Thank you for telling us your stories. So it remains only for me now to draw the event to a close. Thank you again to our sponsors, to the judges, to the colleges, to the employers, and to the nominees as well. We will leave the line open for a short time after the stop video, if anybody wants to carry on the chat line. Otherwise, CPA Stars of the Future 2020 now draws to a close. Thank you again, everybody, for attending. Hope to see you all next year. Stay safe. The event is now closed.